There are many unique creatures mentioned in Greek mythology. One of the most well-known may be the three-headed dog known as Cerberus. Cerberus is featured in many different types of literature. In the book Dante's Inferno, Cerberus is mentioned as guarding the third circle of hell. The primary job of Cerberus in Greek mythology was as a watchdog for the underworld. He was also a faithful servant to Hades, who was the god of the underworld. Cerberus is most often depicted moving along the banks of the river Styx. This river was the established boundary between the dead of the underworld and the living of the earth. Cerberus was responsible for guarding the gates to the underworld. The three-headed dog prevented those who were dead from escaping, as well as kept the living from going there without the permission of Hades. Cerberus was very kind and friendly to the dead, as well as any new spirits who entered the underworld. He would also become savage and would eat any of them who tried to get past him and go back to the land of the living. According to Greek mythology, Typhon was the father of Cerberus. He was a large fire-breathing dragon who was also a god. He had large glowing red eyes, 100 wings as well as 100 heads. The life mission of Typhon was to destroy the world as well as put obstacles in the path of Zeus, who was trying to move toward the kingdom of heaven. Typhon was known for his ability to cause fear and spread disaster. The mother of Cerberus was Echidna. She was a creature that was half snake and half human woman. She had the head and torso of a beautiful woman. Echidna was known for her deep black eyes. The lower part of her body was that of a serpent. One of the most famous myths about Cerberus is the story of Heracles, who was tasked with capturing him as one of his 12 labors. Heracles was able to subdue the beast by using his immense strength to wrestle him into submission. For Heracles' final labor, he was asked by King Eurystheus to bring back Cerberus as proof of his strength and bravery. Heracles went before Hades himself and asked for permission to take Cerberus. Hades was impressed by Heracles, who until then had a reputation for acting without thinking. Hades was so impressed with this that he granted Heracles permission to take Cerberus on a few conditions. The first condition was Heracles could not kill or seriously injure Cerberus. This meant no weapons could be used. The second condition was Heracles had to bring Cerberus back once Heracles' labor was completed. Cerberus was strong and fierce, its three head biting and snarling rapidly. The two fought so fiercely that earth cracked beneath them and walls shook as they tussled past. However, for all the fighting, Heracles managed to headlock and drag Cerberus bit by bit out of the underworld and back to Eurystheus. King Eurystheus was terrified when Heracles returned. Cerberus is often depicted in art and literature as a symbol of the underworld and the afterlife. He represents the idea of death and the finality of life, and is often used as a cautionary tale about the consequences of not living a virtuous life.